good name.
That is pretty cool.
Good nickname, yeah. All right. I mean, both of these runners are amazing at Dark Story. It's gonna be kind of scary because Savac just got world record in Dark Story restricted, so instantly starting with a big advantage there.
Yeah, former
We'll
world
see.
record holder of Dark New Game Plus, so we'll give a bit of an advantage. I
For
think
sure.
we'll probably be ready to go just about any time now. Let me ask them if they're ready. And yeah, we should be getting underway pretty soon. Start a countdown any second now. But yeah, this will be really interesting. So it will be New Game Plus, but it is also restricted. So this means no Iron Gate skip, no skips in Cosmic Wall, and no skips in Final Chase. So no fling.
Yes. Oh,
no Swiss cheese.
there's the small skip in Final Chase that's allowed.
Yeah, so mini skip is allowed, or
Yep, mini skip is allowed.
Okay, so that'll be interesting. We'll see if we can get a ready from Gerp, and we'll be ready to go just about any minute. But yeah, I don't think Dark Story restricted for New Game Plus's affects as much as like Hero restricted, but there are a few stages that are impacted heavily.
Yeah.
Where before you didn't even really have to play them, like Final Chase, and now you have to play the whole thing.
I mean, but if there's any two people that can definitely play the stages, it's them, because they played a lot of them before Fling existed, and as well as just being pretty good at Cosmic Wall skipless. But yeah, soon we're gonna be starting. I'm curious how it's gonna go. I think the RNG is gonna be a lot more kind of terrifying here, now that I think about it. Because it's already pretty terrifying, but it's probably gonna be worse now. And it looks like they're starting.
Hopefully Gerb's fixed his timer.
No.
This is good. This is good.
Is it actually gonna continue? All right. No. Well, we already know that Savac lost. Gerp got a 322.
Yep.
It's alright. Gerp will
Yeah, I'm sure we'll be able to figure it out.
Yep.
So hopefully we can either get Gerp to fix the timer, or we will figure out what's happening.
Alright. Yeah. It's a restreamer moment. Gerp's timer is working.
Okay. That's good at least. Alright, and so like we mentioned before, no Iron Gate skip, which does save a good amount of time, but at the same time the hover also does save a ton of time in this stage.
Yeah.
Plus,
you save like 40 seconds just avoiding the elevators here. It's just incredible. It feels so nice.
It's like having a wall run, but like it's not super difficult and impossible on PC.
It's super free until you realize that you accidentally hovered too low and now you're terrified. Hey, we got the timer for Gerp now.
Yay.
Let's go.
Did Savac die? Did we miss that?
No. No, Savac didn't die. Wait.
What's going on with the timer?
Did Savac die? I didn't see a death. I was watching.
Yeah, I'm very confused.
This is a pretty good skipless time. It looks like Savac just is comparing against RTA. Is he restarted? He did die? How did I miss that?
Okay, we were confused about the
Alright.
timer shenanigans. Savac taking an unfortunate death. Might have had an issue with the elevator, like you were mentioning, just going a tad bit too low. I would imagine that's like pretty much the only death. He restarted.
Yeah. That would be probably the. But
Savac.
we're done.
Wait, what's happening? No, go.
Go! Wait, what? What's happening? No! Go!
This is rough.
I mean, we might want.
Should we just restart at this point?
I think restarting might be fair.
I guess Savac just decided to give Gerp the handicap.
Yeah.
Savac said, I've had a world record. This is yeah, I don't know what happened.
Uh,
I think
he restarted as in like Gerp restarted and thought that he needed to restart as well.
I see.
That
I
was
see.
what happened. Oh,
Yeah.
that's unfortunate.
Hmm.
And now Savic's just gonna end up having a huge time loss to Gerp over reading chat. This is why you're not allowed to be doing stuff like this. You just gotta pay attention to the. I'm kidding,
It's
but
true.
that's really rough.
Yeah,
To
this
be
is
honest,
kind of tragic.
especially with the RNG.
Looks like I guess we're just rolling with it. There's no one really coordinating for a restart, so I guess it's gonna be kind of too late to do it. I think after like Sando.
Yeah.
So I guess we're just rolling with it. We can always go back and like recalculate later how much time Savac lost due to that. So the timer's just gonna be a little inaccurate.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Savac's actually not as far behind as it looks, based on that.
So yeah, I think we can do that. We can just say like it was like about 12 seconds that he paused for.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. Gerp going for a nice clean section there. I'm gonna assume Savic's gonna be going for the skip named after him called Time Sav. I would assume so.
Does seem to be Savic's bread and butter.
I mean, yeah. Makes sense. Makes you get a time of 48 being possible.
Yeah.
As far as I remember.
And also just looks really cool.
It does look really cool. And I'm the one that found it, if you just trust my word and nothing else.
I do remember during the New Game Plus grind for World Record from Savac, having this strat be found. It was pretty cool. And Savac will be going for it here, breaking the pillar and using the speed to
easily getting it.
I believe the whole idea is to like activate the weight early, right? Since it's a local cycle.
Yes, that's exactly it.
So it can save you a little bit of time just having the weight spawn in a little bit earlier. Since you're always going to miss the first drop of it, you just want to load the weight in as soon as possible.
Exactly. And technically, you might... No, TAS. I remember they tried to TAS it out and it wasn't possible to make it for the first cycle, unfortunately, even with like
that's
one.
Pretty much as good as we can do RTA until we find new strats, but yeah, that's pretty solid. Well, I guess there's ETH Marvelous, if I remember. But that does seem a little bit ridiculous to go for.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not too bad, but it feels very inconsistent. Every setup just hasn't been consistent whatsoever.
Yeah.
That being said, Gerp's doing a nice and spicy Radical Highway.
Yeah, I'm not too sure on like time checks for the stage, but so far it looks like no major mistakes. They're looking pretty good. Wondering if Savac will go for the gap jump. I would imagine even though it is an exhibition race, I can't imagine Savac will. Has been working on it recently though.
Oh, interesting. With the pauses, it's actually going to lose them a lot more time to do the strat of... What was it again? Very fast, very easy. RIP! Savac died! Again, hitting the top of the loop and then taking another death.
Yeah, this is really tragic. Gerp, even though part of it is an artificial lead, the lead does grow even bigger now.
This is Rouge. I've located Eggman's base.
That is kind of tragic.
Yeah, I think the whole start of this race is probably a little bit tilting for Savac. Just not really knowing what's going on.
And then just having to roll with it too.
Second room, a piece that normally wouldn't be super good in New Game, but New Game Plus, definitely not bad.
Not having to grab the upgrade means that there's no real reason to go back that direction, so you don't really lose time getting a piece like this, and it's actually pretty good, if I remember correctly.
Very close to where you spawn. Kind of a rough piece from there, though. Having to go pretty much across the entire stage.
144, nice time. Having a little bit of trouble grabbing it. Follow the line on the wall. I don't even remember this piece. Because, you know, New Game Plus piece.
Yeah.
Is, oh, wait.
Changes things quite a bit. Oh, or is it this piece? Oh, wait.
Wait,
No,
but
I don't think it's moving normally, right?
I think it might be.
Is it? I don't
Is it
remember.
piece 3? I don't know. I don't know.
All right.
Let's just
Savac has
ignore
been
it. 3
playing a lot of,
hands.
New Game Plus style hunting recently, so this is right in Savac's wheelhouse.
Those 3 hands are what Savac is gonna use against the people that said he restarted and lost him 10 seconds.
All 3 of them. Unfortunately,
all 3 of
not
his
getting a
hands.
death piece, but
Red Warrior actually
there.
getting a death piece.
Yeah.
Close enough at least.
at least, yeah, like not red on spawn, but it's essentially the same thing. Wow.
Oh my god, that was an
Very amazing
insane death
RNG.
piece actually.
Yeah, it was actually way better to not have a ping there. Incredible.
Yeah.
And that'll be a good amount of time catching up there for Savac.
Alright, let's see how Gerp plays. Ooh, making a little mistake during the pause hover a little too early.
Hard to tell based off of the times that we currently have how far behind Savac is, but it's definitely a lot less now.
I think it's about 12 seconds if we take out the pause.
Yeah, and I don't really know what happened in Iron Gate. I'm assuming it was just a death.
Yeah, apparently there was a death at 25 seconds in.
Okay.
Which would
Okay,
be
so
about
that's the
where...
deficit.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, so Savac slowly but surely catching up. We'll see how Lost Colony goes. Can definitely be a stage that has a bit of variance. Kind of a scary jump from Gerp there. I almost thought he was going to overshoot the elevator.
Yeah, normally
be
you
a
see
world
them
first.
go directly underneath the elevator. It's pretty uncommon to see someone jump to the elevator.
Yeah, especially with the speed shoes.
Yeah. But that's fine. Both take it nice and safe. Nothing special so far. And then there's the elevator section, which thankfully we have it so that it's staggered in such a way that we see one and then the other rather than both
Yeah.
at the same time.
And Savac will be arriving at the elevator just as Gerp is getting to the end of the stage. Looks like Savac just missing the ring round, unfortunately.
Ooh, missing by 1 ring.
Yeah, very tragic. And like we said, Gerp coming up to the end of the stage. I'm not entirely sure how much time having the hover here saves, but that does look like a pretty solid time.
I think it's about 7 or 8 seconds. So
If I remember
there's
correctly,
time
that's like a very good. That's like a very, very good new game time. So probably pretty solid of a new game plus time.
Yeah, I think that you can. I'm sure that Savac might be able to save like 3 seconds on this. We'll see if they do.
And weapons bed mostly unchanged in New Game Plus, with the exception of having the laser upgrade and the cannon upgrade as well, so that you can break the iron boxes.
Yeah,
Makes things a little bit smoother.
for sure. You can. Oh, I thought Gerp was gonna go for the frame perfect pause hover to get to the next section.
That would
but
be
no.
pretty crazy, especially here with no checkpoints. It could be a really big time loss.
No. It's the one after you land on the boxes. So what ends up happening is you only lose like 1.5 seconds if you mess up.
Oh, okay. That's not this big a deal then. Savac actually not ending up saving time in Lost Colony.
Yeah,
Actually losing about 1 second.
it looks like those speed shoes mattered.
Yeah, definitely. Because that is about the difference, right?
Ooh, jumping too far to the left and getting hit by the plane there.
Yeah, so far, a pretty solid weapons bed for Gerp. There are not really any major mistakes that I've been seeing out of Gerp so far this run. I think Egg Quarters is probably the worst of it.
I think like the movement has just been pretty clean. There's not been anything super Bad? I don't know. I don't know how it. Yeah. Just nothing bad. Everything's just pretty good for Gerp.
Yeah, and that is really what you want out of like a tournament or a race setting, right? It's just the consistency. Not everything is going to go perfect in every run.
Just get stuff that works and doesn't make you lose 20 seconds. For example, that was a 10-second death.
Yeah. Unfortunate. Yeah, the big areas where I expect Savac to save time is the hunting. But
Pause
at the
hover.
same
That's
time-
not gonna make it, is it?
No,
It's not.
This is so tragic.
Savac losing another 20 seconds. These
Yeah, I don't know
pause
if
hovers are
Savac
not
was
going well.
prepared. I also know that Savac was saying that he was sick last night anyway, so might still not be feeling very well.
Alright, gets it this time. Third try is the charm. Good job, Savac.
And we'll see how the security hall goes for Gerp. RNG was not very kind to Gerp in the last RNG stage, headquarters. But we'll see how this goes.
Letter L, good first piece. As far as I'm aware, it feels nice to grab. The letter L piece 2, on the other hand, is an L. You don't want it.
That's scary.
What?
Savac almost died. That's so scary. Alright. Things not necessarily going well for Gerp or Savac right now, but we'll see.
Yeah. Things going significantly worse for Savac at the moment, though. That being said, Gerp's not getting great RNG.
Yeah, I think it's pretty expected for, Alright, let's see. This is a 50-50, whether it's yellow or blue, and it looks like it is yellow. So
Yes.
good for Gerp. Yeah, we'll see. Savac has been getting some pretty decent RNG, playing it well, so maybe this is the chance to catch up. But could also just get
Like me?
a similar time as Gerp. You know, you never know. Security Hall can just kind of own you with those pieces.
I don't want to John, but my John is well known. Fair enough. I think we did it for you, Savac. Don't worry about it. So something that Savac doesn't know is that this is actually going to be the finals for the Dark Story tournament that exists today and ends today.
Yep. This is the finals. It's true. Winner takes all.
Yeah, so we'll see how it goes. Nice.
Not a bad P1. Some radar reading required. 2 forward container. 1 of 2 spots for the piece 2, I believe. Gets the
But
top one.
Good piece. Gerp having to restart once for Flying Dog, but overall afterwards getting a nice time. Oh, I hate piled up containers.
Bottom? This is the down one.
Oh, but it's the bottom one actually. Hold on. Never mind, I don't hate it.
Yeah, that was a good set.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ping was weird. I was like, he would have gotten the ping earlier if it was the up.
Yeah. That's fair. I didn't even notice that. I just saw green ping immediately.
Yeah. All right, and that's a little bit to catch up, but going to need some more than that, some more time than that, as Gerp is just trucking forward.
Gerp's just playing consistently, and that's saving them time. Restarting for Flying Dog as well. Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I was mostly looking at Gerp's gameplay. Was that a restart to just save the time from the cutscene, or was it?
No,
like
it was a
missed
restart.
spiral?
Yeah, they missed the spiral, so they lost 8 seconds.
Dang. That's
Both,
unfortunate.
actually.
Oh. Well, that's just equal time loss then.
That is true, but right now Savac needs much more than equal.
Yeah. Making it up a bit in the RNG stages, but I don't think that'll be enough. Gonna need to see either some mistakes here from Gerp or some great gameplay from Savac, but or both.
Yeah,
At
well,
this
I mean,
point,
we'll
probably
find out.
both.
I mean, Gerp is not as well. Okay, you know what? Brain died. Who cares? Korea doesn't know how to do
Savac
Cosmic
with the
Mall
death.
skipless as well. Oh my
Unfortunate.
god. That's a 30-second death, isn't it? Wait, I don't know where it was.
It was about 14 seconds in.
Oh, okay, okay.
I think it might have been right around here or something.
Mm-hmm.
Would make sense with the timing. Yeah. Gerp mentioning not as informed for Dark Story, but also, like I mentioned earlier, Savac is probably still sick, so might not be feeling too great. It's more of a match between rivals just for fun.
Yeah, I mean, this is an exhibition. But that being said, this is still also the finals for the tournament, so it's more than just that.
It's true. Really unfortunate for both of them to have to play the finals on a day like this.
Yes. What they don't realize is the $50,000 riding on who wins this race. It doesn't exist,
big to
but
play for.
it doesn't exist, but it will. It is pretty. I'm surprised that the Sonic Speedrun community was so generous to give $50,000 to the person that wins this race.
Dark Story is the most prestigious category in the game, as we all know.
Yeah, that is true.
New Game Plus,
specifically the restricted version of New Game Plus.
Yes. This is the category that just about everyone runs.
Yeah, in comparison, Super Mario 64 only has 28,000 completed runs submitted. Meanwhile, that is completely nowhere near. It's about 1% the amount of runs that Dark New Game Plus Restricted has. So it makes sense where the prize pool came from.
All right. Went a little far down there. Okay.
All right.
Now we have Gerp on Route 280. You know,
but like,
Route 280,
to be fair,
a little bit more fun than fun than Route 101. Seeing a little bit of spice.
the difference in spice is like, oh yes, now I'm adding salt.
Yes.
Wonderful. This is
nothing.
All the level of spice.
Yeah, Savac overall having a pretty decent white jungle. As you know, we were kind of going on our little tangent. But nice white jungle besides the death at the start. Not enough to catch up after the death. Gerp so far on pretty solid pace in Route 280.
Looks like they lost about 2 seconds on the first lap.
Yeah, I personally enjoy watching Route 280 more. Maybe it's because I haven't put as much time into this stage, but I think a lot of the turns and stuff are quite a bit more difficult than they are.
Yeah, Route 280 is definitely more difficult, but it is a lot more entertaining because of that. Because there's actual stakes.
Yeah,
you might die.
Yeah, it is a lot more likely to die. Although I don't imagine seeing either of these runners as experienced as they are.
Yeah.
Here.
I don't think it would happen, but I mean there is a much higher likelihood than in Route 101, that's for sure.
Yeah, it goes from like 1 out of like 200 to 1 out of 100 or something. Not a high chance, but certainly higher.
Yes, exactly. Alright, looks like Gerp had a pretty clean Route 280.
Yeah. Hopefully no melon. Looks like we're past that.
Does Route 280 have a melon? Melon does exist in Route 280. It is the taxi, and if you saw it before, Ethmar had lost a PB pace run to it.
That is so tragic.
It is tragic. It's just an insta-kill.
If that's the way to lose your run, especially in Dark Story, because if I remember correctly, Route 280 is like, instead of being in like the beginning to middle section of the run, like in Hero, it's more like almost the exact middle. Whereas in Dark Story, it's like maybe almost 2/3 in, if I remember.
Yeah, 2/3 in is about accurate.
So it's a pretty sad part to lose a run to something like that.
And not only is it like 2/3 in, within like the time range, it's also just like one of the last stages. The only reason it's only 2/3 in is because Cosmic Wall is just so long.
It's very true. It does take quite a while. And Gerp doing pretty well in Skyrail so far. Again, the whole like story for Gerp's race right now has just been no major mistakes.
Absolutely.
And, it's just built a lead, even with worse RNG and maybe even a little bit of execution, but like losing major time in the Rouge stages. And it just doesn't matter because there's just been no major mistakes.
Right now though, Savac is getting a very clean Route 280. It might be a 240. I didn't pay attention. It could be a 241, but I'm expecting 242.
Yeah,
No,
looks like
241.
We'll just
That
have to see
is
with the
really
timer,
nice.
but it is almost definitely a 241. So that's pretty good.
That is a
Pretty
really
good time
clean
save
time.
for a lot of runners that are outside of like the top 5 or top 10.
For
Definitely
sure.
a stage that's not as optimized. For a lot of
It's
runners.
not like Route 101 where the difference between like a top runner and the lower like new runner is a few seconds. You can be up to like 30 seconds behind for like new runners I've seen.
Very true. All right, Savic's gonna have to start catching up here. Skyrail is a good place to do so. Gerp getting a 48. Like I said, no major mistakes, but there is time save in there. So
Yep. 3-color container. It's like the highest piece you will be willing to take, as far as I'm aware.
you can take a little bit higher. I know one of the sets in particular, even in new game, that people are very excited about is Box Run by Red Lights. So
Oh, I forgot
anything
about the
above
fact.
that.
I forgot that they already have the upgrades because this is New Game
Yes.
Plus.
And it does make it that much better as well. So even in new game, some of these pieces are takeable, but in new game plus, it's even better.
Between Two Moons.
Yeah, and Savac with about 5 to 6 seconds saved in Skyrail, so
Yeah.
clutching it out.
Four-
Very good
yeah.
performance there.
4 seconds saved in Route 280, and then 5 seconds in Skyrail. So definitely trying to claw it back.
Trader card.
Trader cart.
Hopefully Gerb will not be having a trader card today. Hopefully it'll be
Yeah,
a nice
hopefully
clean
not.
grab. Unless you're a
Yeah.
Savac fan, then I guess you're rooting for the trader card.
Yeah, I mean, I think that when you come for
Oh, that's a trader card.
yeah,
a trader card indeed.
that's a trader cart. There we go.
Not the worst of grabs.
Yeah.
All right, Mad Space. This does, this is one of Savic's best stages, I would say, in Dark. And but one of the issues though is that it's very reliant on RNG. So even if he plays really well, it's just, will he get a set that's good enough to make up the time?
I think that Savic's definitely like. I mean, they got world record for Mad Space X25.
It's true.
So.
And only just recently lost it as well. So.
Yeah. So. They definitely know how to play this stage and are gonna save some time.
Oh yeah, definitely. And this piece 2 isn't necessarily too bad. It kind of starts, it's like a little far from where Savac was for the piece 1, but kind of puts you in a good position for any piece 3, right?
Yep.
Like that
Container
is
without an
great.
opening is an incredible piece from here.
Yeah, usually not a piece you're happy to see, but from here, for sure.
Ooh, struggling to grab it.
But yeah, that's at least 20 to 25 seconds saved over Gerp.
Didn't Gerp take a death at the? Oh yeah. So
Gerp had, if I remember, a 112, and then also had a death that was maybe a second or two. So that's
Yeah.
what I was saying, about 20 to 25 seconds.
yeah, that's absolutely fair.
Yeah, so it looks like
Actually, yeah.
Gerp
Never
is
mind.
ahead by
Sorry.
about 30 to 40 seconds based off of the timer. But we do know that, like you said, there was the 12-second pause in Hot Shot. So that will bring it a little bit closer. We're probably about 25 seconds apart, based on that.
Yeah. And Savac might actually be able to save a good chunk of that in Cosmic Wall, and if they play very cleanly and Gerp makes a single mistake, which, to be fair, Gerp has just been no mistakes so far.
Yeah, the interesting thing is, Final Chase, Cosmic Wall, they have a lot of time save in these stages. They're very execution based, so oh no. That is not what Savac needs. But yeah, there's so many mistakes that can happen. I mean, you even saw Gerp going for the really, I forget what it's called. I think it's big jump or something in Final Chase that you don't get a
No.
checkpoint before, right? So I think I know which you know which one I'm talking about.
I probably do, but not the name.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a name for it, but I don't remember exactly what it is. But there are some very risky strats in Final Chase skipless that can really turn the tide.
Yeah, that is true. Let's see what time. I'm gonna see how much time difference there will be between Gerp and them. So 154 is when Gerp gets off the track. So we'll see what time
Okay.
Savac gets on or leaves. I guess looks to be about the same because the track is about 40 seconds, 30 seconds, something like that. Something in between that.
Something that you had mentioned earlier on, but I think is like really important to be stated again is, you know, Gerp has been practicing like for the Hero Story tournament recently, so a little bit out of form for Dark Story, and Savac has been grinding Dark Restricted. So, Cosmic Wall and Final Chase, Savac is very in form for Dark Restricted.
Absolutely.
These are the biggest stages for sure outside of the hunting stages. Looking solid enough for Gerp so far, though.
Yeah, Gerp has been playing very cleanly. Yeah, I think the way they're playing, it feels like they're just 1000% calm. I mean, why wouldn't you be? You just won a race right before this, and are now
Yeah.
just doing Exhibition to just chill.
Yep, and I think you said it was 154 when Gerp exited, right? I think
Yep,
we had a 204 from Savac.
Yeah, the checkpoint was a 157 for Gerp, so it looks like... Well, in any case, it's about 10 seconds now after that mistake.
Yeah. Mostly from the missing the platform earlier on in the stage, I would imagine. That's like where the majority of that came from.
Yeah, and missing a few jumps.
Yeah, this stage is very, very technical, honestly.
It
takes
is
a lot of very precise jumps, well timed, and everything.
and it feels very good when you get it cleanly. But as soon as you make a mistake, any mistake loses about 2 to 3 seconds, which is just annoying. It is just tragic anytime it happens.
Yeah, and restricted, it's definitely one of the biggest stages to optimize as well as words.
Oh yeah, this is an example of a mistake that loses quite a bit of time. Rip Savac.
Yeah, if you try to cut your hover, because if I remember correctly, ascending is a lot slower. So you'll see them cutting the hover. And doing this, you know, it does save time, but it's very easy to miss the platform that you're going for if you're cutting the hover as early as possible. So you will see people missing platforms quite a bit if you're trying to optimize it too heavily.
Especially with Savac, because they are trying to do it very, very close.
Yeah. And I actually believe Savac, it looks like Savac is going to be losing a bit of time here, which is definitely not what he needs to get back into it.
They might actually end up with the same time. I thought that he got a 350 check, which means that it would actually be Savac saving a second.
Done to Sonic. I'll never forgive you for this.
Yeah, potentially.
Because it's 57 seconds from here. So I think Savac might actually save some time somehow. I legitimately don't know where that came from.
Pretty surprised about that, but yeah, we'll just have to see. Gerp with a pretty clean Tails 2. Savac can save some time on that, but not much. It's
Yes,
mostly going to come down to Final Chase.
Yeah, for sure. It's got to be Final Chase. It's Final Chase or bust, basically. Any death in Final Chase that isn't like immediately after the checkpoint is going to sway who is first.
Yeah, the only thing after this is, you know, obviously Sonic 2, and I don't really think that's going to go super poorly for either runner.
Yeah, for sure.
If anything, it'll be a few seconds or something like that, but...
This next... Oh, This next jump is
Okay.
actually
Good call from Gerp.
completely avoiding it. It makes sense.
Yeah, and we saw before the race even started, Gerp was practicing this jump. This is the one that I'm not sure about the name of it. I know it has a name. It's something like a big jump or something like that, if I remember. But yeah, probably better to not go for it.
9 seconds though with that beginning, so yeah, might actually be able to save a chunky amount of time for Savac.
Savac saving a couple seconds on Tails 2.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be all final chase at this point.
Yeah, if Gerp takes a death or plays too safe, he might actually end up losing the race. It'd be very, very close. Gerp has to play poorly, and Savac has to play out of his mind.
And one thing here that can do it, mini skip.
Interesting setup. That was very low, but I mean, perfectly fine, I think.
Yeah, it looks okay.
Yeah, holding very, very far for very long because they didn't have height, and makes sense.
Probably the right call.
Plays safe and survives. Ooh, JSS getting the nice jam and skip thing.
Yeah, and pretty much the whole story of this race has just been Gerp not making any major mistakes, going for consistent and safe strats. And we're here now.
That is pretty big death.
Yeah, that's
13 seconds.
A bit of what Savac needs, but I don't know if that's going to be enough.
I don't think that's going to be enough unless it happened again, but...
Oh no.
Okay. all right. I didn't say that.
Yep. No words to be said. Smile. We're just here to observe. We're not cursing anything yet.
No. That was...
Savac
that was entirely... Again, no! Gerp is holding too far forward, just holding the angle for too long. They need to let go almost immediately after jumping.
Yeah, and this almost might be a moment to decide to just not go for this. This is really scary. I don't think it's enough time to warrant the risk.
I think... No, they're too low! Oh wait, no, they're fine. I forgot that they had... Okay, look, it's fine.
Wait a minute. Terrified. Is Savac going to be ahead?
Savac's going to be ahead because of the deaths.
As long as all goes well.
I forgot that people do this strat. That one's just way more terrifying to me.
Well, they both kind of flubbed a little bit, but Savac is now ahead going into the Sonic 2 split.
Yeah, now it's Savac's turn to lose. I mean...
Commentator's curse is very intentional this time. Sonic 2 coming up for Gerp. Might win RTA, but I don't know that in the actual timing method that we're using. I think what my co-commentator meant is to Savac's race to lose.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
And it's very true. As long as all of this goes well. That's a GG for Savac.
That's a GG. Savac wins. I didn't.
12-second time loss.
GG to both runners. That was a really fun race. It literally came down to the final 2 splits.
Yeah, really fun to watch.
Very good. It's a great exhibition race, and you know what's even better? There's gonna be a grudge match against Frog and Frog.
Yeah, who's the fastest frog in the SA2 community? It's very important knowledge.
Absolutely. I wonder if we can get these two in for an interview. Yeah. See how they feel about winning $50,000 right now.
Both runners, I would imagine, are probably very salty right now. So.
Yep. Hello, Savac.
And if Gerp wants to come in here as well, we will see. We asked Gerp if he wants an interview.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
We'll let Gerp hop in here himself if he would like to.
Oh, I didn't realize I was muted on here.
Hello.
Oh my god. So I don't think I have to explain because I think everyone knows I'm pretty sick right now. But oh god, that was bad. My muscle memory kicked in at the very beginning of the race and I reset. Like when
Okay,
I
that's
missed
what
it,
happened.
so it was muscle memory because I'm just like, oh, missed it, reset, and I'm like, no, I had to check.
Oh god, that was bad. My
Tragic.
Oh.
And then I sat there for like 10 seconds in hot shot because I thought we were like resetting the race because everyone's like he reset or something. And I thought they were talking about him.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we were going through stuff and we didn't see exactly what had happened to you. We were just like, wait, the timer seems off.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then,
no, that's what happened. And then I just was dying everywhere. And fortunately, I had an okay enough final chase, I guess.
yeah,
I don't
Gerp
know.
had
What
you
happened
until
to
the very
Gerp?
last split.
Did he die?
Well, I made it all the way to tube skip pretty cleanly, and then I fell off that 3 times.
Oh,
but I was
that'll
like,
do it.
but I
Oh,
was like,
no.
I was
Yeah.
like, oh, it's like I wasn't watching the stream or anything, but I was like, oh, you know, Savac's already done by now, so I don't really care.
No,
And
I was having
I was
the
like,
worst
oh.
race of my life. You were like solidly 30 seconds ahead, I think, probably the whole time.
Did we both get horrible
Yeah.
RNG? Because my RNG. was
No,
not very
actually,
good.
my hunting was pretty good.
Yeah.
Dry Lagoon was
was-
trash, but
it was
I got
the
a
RNG
33.
stages.
Yeah, I had a 33 headquarters, 38 security hall, and Mad Space was 52.
50.
So
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
I had a reset.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I kind of forgot I had the iron boots at first, so I took the
Oh.
I took Grab Planet
Yeah.
Rocket to 3-colored container, and I was like,
Oh.
oh, yeah, we
Someone
can-
doesn't play a lot of NG plus or hunting.
no,
Mhm.
that was like my 4th dark run since May.
You know,
so
I
mean, it
was
whatever.
literally
I don't know.
into Cosmic Wall where we hadn't really had any significant deviation other than no Iron Gate skip. I was 2 minutes and 45 seconds behind the IGT splits.
Oh yeah,
So I was not having a good
my.
race.
Yeah.
I literally
and it's really hard.
lost
What
out
we just
to,
did, it's really hard to base it on anything because some stages you save like a minute, and
Well-
then some you lose a minute. So it's
I literally lost to my restricted PB from last night, and that was with skipping Iron Gate and Sand Ocean.
yeah.
Dang.
kind of rough, but
Mm.
dang, I got burned for. I started like trying to go for like harder things at the end because I knew I was behind. I was like, okay, let's do IL route and Cosmic Wall. That didn't pan out.
Mhm. You
Yeah,
still
I-
ended
I-
up
I
saving
was
time
like-
anyway.
Well, yeah, I know somehow because I'm well practiced and it's a ridiculously hard
Mhm.
stage,
It is.
and I've been grinding it lately, so I can get like 435 ish at my best right now. And then final chase, I was trying to go for the vac for the fans, and I
For the
had set up
fans.
for like a perfect one, and I was just slightly in front of the platform and just flew right off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think pretty much the whole story of the race was Savac catching up in the Rouge stages and Gerp just going for the consistent strats and not really having any like deaths or anything.
I feel like the entire
Mhm.
time was like, okay, I can probably save a little bit here. And it's like, oh wait, nope, I just took another 10-second death.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then
That
Gerp
was
just
the whole
right at the
race.
very end.
Oh man, I was so surprised because like when I hit tube skip and hit the goal ring, I was like, I unpaused because I figured you were done, and then I looked and like you were just finishing, but the timer was considerably higher, and I was like, oh
Yeah.
well, I just got to get a 16 now.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't even realize that RTA, you finished the stage, and then I looked at the timers and I was like, wait a minute, Savic's gonna be ahead. What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Here's how Savac can still win.
It was
Apparently.
mainly because of the restarts in Dry Lagoon. Because I think you didn't have.
did me dirty.
You had like what? How many? 5 or 6
like-
restarts,
It was
Savage?
a lot. It was a lot of
Yeah.
restarts. It was not 6. It was probably 4. Also,
It was definitely a lot.
I did get a gold split in this run on these splits, so because I didn't have I guess a Route 280 that good on my NG plus,
Mhm.
Yeah,
so
was
that
pretty
is
solid.
another 241.5 something in the past few days. I had a 241.50. It was 5.7, I think, or like that's what it was, 5.7. I got a 0.5 flat yesterday, I think. Or in my old PB for restricted. But yeah, so I'm definitely playing Route 280 well, despite smacking the car at the beginning.
Yeah. It was. I mean, it was a very clean Route 280.
It was. I don't know what I'm doing in this stage, but it's working really well lately.
Yeah, whatever
Anyway,
it is,
I hope-
241s are very consistent.
I'm getting them
Yeah,
pretty
really solid
often
time.
now. Well, I hope people enjoyed that race, despite how it probably was not very close for the vast majority of it.
Yeah, I think
Mm.
even though, you know, it was like a bit back and forth, and there's some crazy stuff going on. It was definitely a very entertaining race to watch.
Well, I
Absolutely.
hope you at least had a. I hit time stab for you, so hopefully you had a chance to talk about that.
Yep,
Oh yeah, we did.
it was pretty
Yeah.
cool to see.
Yeah, this was an exhibition race, and it did exactly what it wanted to do. It was entertaining for the entirety of the
True. Well,
race.
what I figured was like, cause like mentality wise, I'm like, I really don't want to play this, but like it's an
Yeah,
exhibition. It's like whatever. Let's just ride this one out. I'm probably gonna lose, but whatever.
I mean, not with me not playing like Dark Story
Yeah, that's the
like
thing,
more
people-
than 2 hours and since May. It's like I was like, it's something to fill the time. I guess it'd be funny or something, and I guess it
Yeah.
was. So
Also, a fun fact actually, because of you, Gerp, I was actually able to save my run because I screwed up the tube skip, and my height was way too low. And I was like, okay, hold on, Gerp's been in this situation all the time because you do it on purpose, and then you just hover at the very end into the
Yeah,
tube.
that's
So that's what I
horrifying.
did.
Yeah.
Your
Well, it was
endings look
horrifying for
very
me
similar.
too. Yeah,
Your endings
because
look
he
very
does it on
similar.
purpose. I did it by accident, and I've watched him enough to know how he saves that. Or I don't.
that
I
was-
guess it's not saving, but yeah.
That was very clutch then for you, because if you messed that up, it
That's the
probably would have been
first time I've
hurt.
ever had to do it.
Yeah, it would have gone to Gerp
Won
then.
the race,
Yeah, I was scared. Because
Researching
yeah, obviously
your
normally I
opponent.
hover around it, but I couldn't
Yeah.
in that situation.
Yeah, I think sometimes the sloppier races are a bit more fun to watch, considering
For sure.
Savac
True.
is
Well,
sick and Gerp is a little rusty. You know,
At least like my
prepping for the hero
hunting was
tournament.
okay.
Mhm,
for the
yeah, the
most
hunting
part.
was
I mean,
good.
security hall was a little rough because I was super tilted at that point.
Fair enough.
Understandable.
I started getting less tilted after that, but God, White Jungle, that death was having
Yeah,
to
the
take that
14
exact death
second.
2 days in a row.
Oof.
Same death.
But yeah, now that we have that
Anyway.
out, we're gonna be going to Ninja Ninja Frog
Versus
versus
Frog?
Epic Frog.
Oh, this is
Yes,
exciting.
it's gonna be
that's-
right after this in a few
Ooh.
minutes, actually.
Okay, well, I don't want to eat up any more time for the frog grudge match. There can only be one frog in this community.
Yeah, make sure
Yeah.
to stay tuned. It's going to be an epic match for sure.
Absolutely. Thank you for joining for the interview, by the way, Gerp and Savac. Hope you
Yeah.
have a
GG.
fun time to the rest of the day.
yeah, thanks for commentating that impromptu race.
No
Yeah, it was fun to
problem.
watch.
Yeah.
All
All
right,
right,
well,
this
good
concludes
luck.
my my participation in this tournament.
Yeah, and Sonic got to do a run. That was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first and last. I'll
Savac
catch
got
y'all in
around
the
him,
Dark Story
he did.
tournament
Soon, TM.
Mhm.
soon. TM.
All right, well, good luck.
All right,
to
I'm gonna head out.
the
Yep, good luck to the
amphibians.
frogs.
Yep. Make sure to stay tuned. It's coming up in just a few minutes, and we will catch you guys after the break.